Two ordinary spices sitting in your kitchen right now. One simple combination. And what happens inside your body once they meet is something you can actually feel within a few days. I know how that sounds. I was skeptical too the first time I came across it. But cloves and cinnamon have been used together for thousands of years, not as flavoring, but as medicine. And when you steep them in warm water and drink it on an empty stomach, your body begins shifting in ways that surprise most people. Some of these shifts are remarkable. One of them, though, can turn dangerous if you are not paying attention. Here is where almost everyone gets it wrong. There is one specific way people use this combination that takes everything good about it and flips it into harm. Hardly anyone talks about this part. We will cover it before the end. But first, you need the full picture. Let me take you through 7 real changes people notice when they begin drinking clove and cinnamon water consistently. Not theories. Not internet hype. Actual responses your body has when these compounds enter your system. And the 7th one, save your attention for that. It is probably the reason you clicked on this video in the first place. Number 1, your digestive system may finally start moving the way it was designed to. Most people are quietly suffering with a gut that barely functions. Heaviness after every meal, bloating that lingers for hours, that stuck, stagnant feeling where nothing seems to pass through cleanly. Cloves help stimulate the release of digestive enzymes. Cinnamon appears to soothe inflammation along the gut lining. Put them together, and you create the conditions where your stomach and intestines can do what they were built to do. Less bloating, less heaviness. Food actually moves. People tend to notice this within the first 3 or 4 days of consistent use. The morning bloat that used to greet you starts disappearing. The post-lunch heaviness lifts. That uncomfortable pressure under your ribs after dinner becomes less and less familiar. And here is the part most people miss completely. When digestion runs cleanly, the rest of your body benefits in ways you would not immediately connect. Energy levels rise. Nutrients absorb better. Even mood lifts. Your gut influences far more systems than people realize. Repair the gut, and a chain reaction begins. But there is a catch. Drinking this with a heavy meal, or right after eating, will not deliver what you are looking for. The timing matters. Empty stomach. First thing in the morning before any food touches your system. That is when these compounds work the way they should. Quick pause before we continue, because most of you watching this right now are not subscribed yet. If you find natural healing combinations like this one valuable, take a second to hit the subscribe button and like this video. It costs you nothing and helps me keep researching and creating content like this for you. Now let us keep going. Number 2, your mouth becomes a place where harmful bacteria genuinely struggle to survive. Cloves are rich in eugenol, one of the most powerful natural antiseptic compounds found anywhere in the plant world. Cinnamon contains cinnamaldehyde, another compound bacteria simply cannot tolerate well. When these two enter your mouth together, the bacteria responsible for bad breath, the ones gathering along your gum line, between your teeth, and on the back of your tongue begin losing the environment they need to multiply. Cultures across India, the Middle East, and Southeast Asia were using both spices for oral care long before modern dentistry was a concept. They did not have laboratory studies. They had results passed down across generations. Think of it as a built-in defense system for your mouth with no harsh chemicals and none of that alcohol burn. Number 3. Your immune system can receive a meaningful reinforcement. This is where the data gets genuinely fascinating. Cloves carry the highest antioxidant rating of any spice ever measured. Not in the top 5. Not in the top 3. Number 1. Cinnamon sits not far behind on that same list. Combine the two and you flood your bloodstream with compounds that neutralize free radicals. Free radicals are the molecules that damage your cells, accelerate aging from the inside, and gradually wear down your defenses against illness. Your body fights a constant battle every single day. Pollution, processed food, poor sleep, emotional stress. The gradual oxidative damage from all of it adds up year after year. Most people offer their immune system absolutely zero reinforcement. They demand it perform without ever supplying it with anything to work with. This drink is a form of reinforcement. It is your body getting reinforcements that it usually has to do without. Number 4. Your blood sugar may stop swinging wildly between extremes. This one caught me off guard the first time I dug into the studies. I did not expect both ingredients to act on glucose regulation through different mechanisms. Cinnamon has been researched extensively for its ability to support insulin sensitivity. Cloves contain compounds that appear to influence how your body breaks down and processes sugar. Together, the effect compounds. Blood sugar steadies. The afternoon crash starts disappearing. The brain fog clears. That sudden, almost desperate craving for something sweet stops ambushing you in the middle of the day. Instead, you experience a calmer, more even energy that carries you through to the evening. But here is where caution becomes critical. If you are currently taking medication for blood sugar or diabetes, introducing this combination without telling your doctor could push your numbers too low. We are talking dizziness, cold sweats, weakness, and in serious cases, a medical emergency. If you take any glucose-related medication, speak with your physician first. There are no shortcuts around that. What comes next is something I genuinely did not expect when I started researching this topic. The next several points sent me back to verify the studies more than once. If you are still here with me, you are about to understand exactly why this combination has held its place in healing traditions for thousands of years. Number 5. Your liver may begin recovering from stress you did not even realize was building up. Your liver is one of the hardest working organs in your body. It filters everything. Every drink you consume, every medication you take, every chemical preservative hidden inside your food. It works around the clock without complaint until something serious starts to fail. The eugenol in cloves and the protective polyphenols in cinnamon appear to support liver cell function and reduce oxidative stress on this critical organ. Let me be clear about something. This is not a cure. It does not replace medical treatment, but it offers consistent, gentle support to an organ most of us only think about when something has already gone wrong. Number 6. Your skin may begin reflecting something different than what you have been seeing in the mirror. Dull complexion, recurring breakouts, persistent redness that nothing seems to fully address. Most people attack these problems from the outside. New cleansers, new serums, expensive products that promise the world, but your skin is a mirror of your internal environment. Inflammation, sluggish digestion, accumulated toxins, all of it eventually surfaces on your face. When you address those underlying causes, some people start noticing their skin softening, brightening, evening out in tone. That dull, tired look begins to lift. Not in a single day, not for every single person. But the trend is consistent enough across people who try this that it deserves your attention. Number 7. The inflammation hiding silently inside you may finally start retreating. Here it is. The point I deliberately saved for the end. If you remember nothing else from this entire video, remember this part. Chronic inflammation is silent. It is invisible, it hides, it does not announce itself the way a sharp pain or a sudden symptom does. It sits inside your body for months, sometimes years, slowly degrading every system it touches. The joint stiffness that never quite leaves you alone. The exhaustion that no amount of sleep ever cures. The low-level mental fog that has become your normal. A body that feels older than the calendar says it should. Stubborn weight that refuses to come off no matter how disciplined you become with food and exercise. Skin that looks tired even when you are rested. Underneath all of these problems, very often, is chronic low-grade inflammation. Cloves rank among the most powerful anti-inflammatory spices ever studied in laboratory settings. Cinnamon influences several of the same inflammatory pathways. When you bring them together, you are not simply doubling the effect. You are potentially creating a compound action that targets inflammation from multiple angles simultaneously. But hear this clearly. If you ignore everything else in your life, no amount of clove and cinnamon water is going to fix you. Inflammation feeds on processed food. It thrives on poor sleep. It grows from chronic stress. It expands when your body never moves. If you drink this every morning and then spend the rest of your day fueling inflammation through your habits, this drink cannot outrun your lifestyle. It is a powerful tool, but it is one tool. The full toolkit has to be larger than a single cup of water. Now let me show you exactly how to prepare this. 2 to 3 whole cloves, half a teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon, The type matters here, so pay attention. Ceylon, not cassia. Cassia is the cheaper variety stocked on most grocery store shelves, and it contains far higher levels of coumarin, a compound that can strain your liver when consumed daily over time. Ceylon is the safer choice for regular use. Drop them into a glass of warm water. Warm enough to be comfortable to drink, not boiling. Boiling water can actually break down some of the active compounds you are trying to extract, so resist the urge to pour it scalding hot. Cover the glass and leave it overnight on your nightstand. The slow infusion through the night pulls the eugenol and cinnamaldehyde into the water gently, without destroying them. When you wake up in the morning, strain out the spices and drink the water before you eat anything. If you forgot to soak it the night before, crush the cloves slightly with the back of a spoon and let them steep in warm water for 15 to 20 minutes. Not quite as potent that way, but still effective. Better than skipping it entirely. The biggest mistake people make is assuming more is automatically better. 1 glass per day. Just 1. If you notice any stomach irritation, mild nausea, or any kind of discomfort, reduce the cloves or take a day off. Your body will signal you when something is not right. Listen to those signals. Have you ever combined these 2 spices before? Or is this the first time you are hearing about what they can actually do together? Drop the word truth in the comments if this video opened something up for you. And if you found real value here, hit subscribe so you do not miss what I am working on next. There is a lot more research worth sharing.